All right, guys, I just got home from a play date, and my kiddo fell asleep in the car. So I think she's taking a nap at 6 p.m. Cool. Should be up till like 10, but whatever, mom life. I was talking to a buyer client of mine who's thinking of looking in June this year, and she was like, is it too early to start looking? And I told her no, and here's why. Let me tell you why. It's never too early to start looking. If you're thinking about buying a home this year, it's okay that it's January and you start now. First of all, you need to speak with a lender and get pre-approved. You need to understand what you can afford. And then from there, we have a lot of exploring to do. She is actually from Colorado Springs, which is like an hour and a half south of Denver. So she doesn't really know like the locations here, the areas, the neighborhoods. And so I told her, once you get approved and we understand what you can afford, then from there, we're gonna want to explore neighborhoods, since she doesn't know anything about them. And I've told you guys about this before. If your realtor's not offering you a neighborhood tour, you definitely should ask them about that, because especially if you don't understand location, it's so important to know like not only what's around you, but for resale purposes, like what the schools are. If you don't have kids now, you want to understand for resale purposes how good the schools are later, because that could affect what you end up getting for your house when you go to sell it. So you have to make sure from an investment standpoint, it's in a good location. And then of course you want to understand like what retail is around, if you want anything in walking distance, like that sort of thing. And there's a lot of different areas that offer that in Denver. So it's so important to like really know the areas and not just buy a house that you like. So I told her, we're going to start exploring neighborhoods based on your price point and locations. And then from there, we can start looking at house styles. It's a first-time home buyer, so she doesn't know if she wants a condo, townhome, or a single family. And so once we understand neighborhoods and hone in on where she wants to be based on what her needs and desires are, and based on what the resale value could be in those locations, then we'll start narrowing in on, what kind of home she actually wants. And then get to the point of like actually looking at places where we could make an offer. So it's a process, and it takes longer than just like a weekend for a lot of people. So it's never too early to consider starting to look at places if you're thinking about it. And if you are thinking about making a move in 2024, give me a call.